Yeah, welcome back to Mindfuck Uncensored here in Miami Wynwood Walls. Today I have a nice interview guest, so let's check it out. Yeah, Alex is my next guest. He's from Miami. He's a reseller. He buys and sells clothes, so like secondhand. But how he made it and why he's doing it. Yeah, this is what we talk about now.
Yep, it's all about the money. I'm gonna tell you guys about how I got started selling used clothes, what I was doing before, and how my life has changed since. So stay tuned.
Right, let's check it out. Yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome to Mindfuck. Alex,
What's going on, guys?
so who are you? Where are you coming from? And yeah, that the people know a little bit more about you and where the people can find you also.
So what's going on, guys? My name's Alex. I'm also known as Find and Flip on Instagram. You could check me out there. And I'm an online reseller. I sell used clothing. That's what we specialize in. I sell used clothing online. And yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, so I want to know how you came to this idea and yeah, what you was doing like before, like selling clothes and yeah, how you came to this idea.
Well, before I was living a crazy life before this, and luckily somebody in my family told me about selling online, that they sell their used clothes when they're done with it. And I experimented with it. I had a little bit of a sneaker collection, and I tried it out. I put my stuff online, and it sold. I made $5,000 pretty quickly, and so ever since then, that's where the business idea came into my mind.
So I think you was yeah, I mean everybody knows like the kind of normal way. I go to school, then after school I start working and yeah, be an employee.
Right.
You know. So but you said or told yourself like, yeah, I don't want to go this way and choose like this normal way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, actually, growing up, I mean, I've had over 20 jobs.
no.
I've worked a lot of different jobs. Ever since I was 15 years old, I got my first job, and I just always knew that, I always moved up pretty quickly. I always worked really hard, and I always moved up pretty quick. Always got a raise at most of my jobs. Always made pretty good money, but I never really felt fulfilled. I always knew I wanted to be a businessman, but I didn't know what business I was gonna do or if I could even be a businessman. I always just knew that I wanted to. But yeah, I almost got stuck in the trap of working a 9-to-5 for the rest of my life.
I think also a lot of people here outside feel the same and want to know how they can get like to be self-employed or to make their own business. And I mean, I remember myself also like I did also bad things. I think you were coming also from the same kind of road, you know.
Yeah.
So because when you are someone who wants like the faster money and the easier money, because everybody knows like this kind of normal jobs, how much you get paid, it's like nothing, you know.
Right.
So
yeah, you can't live on that.
had you also like this kind of experience where you
yeah.
choose more like the bad way?
Yeah, well, for years I almost went down the wrong path, and I was down the wrong path for many years, but then, yeah, it just wasn't leading anywhere. I was always making fast money, but I was spending it quicker than I can get it. So, and then finally, a few years ago, I found out my wife was pregnant.
Okay, so this was your change, like where you said like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's where I was like, I am not doing anything bad anymore. I'd already known about eBay, but I'd quit. And then I said, when I found out my wife was pregnant, I said, that's it. I have to make it work. This is what I know, and I just have to do the best that I can, and I have to make it work. I can't do anything bad to make money anymore.
yeah, right.
So
That's very important. So you guys see, it's sometimes just like, yeah, it's a decision you take, you know, and sometimes something have to come into your life, you can say.
yeah,
Like with your wife and that she got pregnant, and this was like a chance for you
yeah.
to stop doing this.
Yeah, so if it wasn't for my wife getting pregnant, I don't know what I would be doing right now if it wasn't for my son Noah. That just made me like really you know, lock in, change my mindset. No more fast money. No more all this flashy stuff.
Yeah, because it's never bring you to something like it's
Yeah.
always like you're on the run and like always looking behind and you feel like watch the whole time, you know. So you
Oh,
have no
yeah.
peace, no
Yeah.
sleep, really, you know. And I prefer more like no sleep was a good business than no sleep was like a bad business. You
Yeah,
know?
for sure. Yeah, I
So-
know, for sure.
And yeah, I mean, how much? Yeah, how does it work? Like this, what you do, where you get your stuff, and where do you just sell it on eBay or?
So for a while when I started, I was selling out of my personal closet because a lot of us have a huge closet. I'm sure you have. I'm sure you don't only have one pair of shoes, right? I'm sure you have a bunch of shoes you don't wear
Nowhere
anymore.
left Germany, I have nothing anymore.
Oh, well,
I
most,
know what you
most
mean.
people in America, people have like 10 shoes and they
Yeah, of
never
course,
wear
or
them.
More, yeah, right.
Yeah, you know, so after I sold all of my stuff from my personal closet, I started looking where can I find new inventory to sell and how can I find it at a good enough deal to where I can actually make a good profit, make it into a business. You know, I didn't want to just sell something and make 20 bucks, 30 bucks.
Yeah, of course.
How can I make, you know, over $10,000 per month
Yeah.
selling used clothing? So I had to find out where to find the stuff. And you know, there are donation centers that sell used clothing. There are people that, you know, give away stuff for free, which I mean, I don't get much of stuff for free anymore unless it's like a family friend, you know, they give away stuff and they know that I sell online, so they'll give it to me. But yeah, I have a few bulk suppliers, people that I buy from in bulk. They go out picking and they find a bunch of stuff that I sell online. And then they sell it to me for a little marked up price so that they can make some money. And then I post it online. I take the pictures. I clean it because it's all used clothing. So sometimes I have to clean it. So I have to wash a lot of stuff. Maybe it has a little stain or something.
Yeah.
The shoes I clean up a little bit. We just
Oh,
sold
and
something
you
right
sold
there.
something right now.
Yeah. Oh, nice. $39.99. A pair of used jeans, Hudson jeans. So, you know, it's crazy how 3 years ago I didn't know nothing about this. I didn't even know that you could sell. Who would buy a used pair of jeans, man?
Yeah.
I didn't know that
Everybody's
before.
thinking about it, you know, but there are, I think, a lot of people who are doing this, you know.
Oh, a lot
I
of
mean,
a lot of
who's
people.
not selling sometimes stuff on eBay or
Right.
bought something used? I mean, even with clothes, is, I think more like special because of hygienic stuff, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end, you wash the clothes and everything would be fine, you know. So
Yeah.
there's not much different if you wash your own clothes or you get it washed. So.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And yeah, I mean, you have. I think you have also like clothes what is more rare, like
Yeah,
what you
absolutely.
don't can find, or you have that sometimes also when you find something you say like, oh shit, man, crazy. This like nobody's. You don't get this anymore from the shop or it's
Yeah, a lot of
produced.
vintage clothing from a lot of T-shirts from the old bands in the '70s and the '80s and the '90s. I sell a lot of vintage T-shirts, a lot of music, a lot of art, a lot of different categories, but a lot of vintage shirts that they don't make anymore. So you can't just go to a store and find this 1970s Grateful Dead T-shirt. I don't know if you guys know what the Grateful Dead is.
Nice,
It's
nice.
a band. But it's, you know, it's hard to find stuff. So I've sold T-shirts, a used T-shirt for hundreds of dollars. Used vintage T-shirt with holes.
Yeah, it's
holes.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because the people think like, yeah, it's just used and you don't get much, but at the end, you guys see like you can make good business with this, you know, and you
Yeah.
have a lot of experience. And I mean, like, where's your goal? And I also like see you have a lot of tattoos.
Yeah.
Like some of it, like what kind of meanings they have. for
Well,
you.
my tattoos specifically, each one have different meanings, but a lot of people question why I get tattoos on my face. You know, they're like, why? They don't understand why. I've always been different growing up, and I think now even more so, now that I really found like my path, and now that I really found something that I think is meant for me, like now that I'm actually figuring out what my purpose is in life, you know, now I can feel more confident in expressing myself and not worrying about what anyone else thinks. And I actually want to break, like, what is it called, the statistic or whatever, the thought that people think when they see somebody with tattoos, right? Like,
Yeah.
some people would see me and think the worst, but
course.
I try to be the best person that I can be, you know? So that's one of my main reasons why I have the tattoos. is to, you know, change what everyone is thinking about people in general, people's looks. Like, you know, they'll look at somebody and be so quick to judge.
Yeah, right.
But that I'm gonna break that. You know, I feel like I can change the world. At least try. You know, to really just be the best person I can be while still remaining myself and being true to myself and not hiding anything from anybody.
Yeah.
You know, being open.
Yeah. What is your favorite tattoo?
Honestly, my favorite tattoo is probably the Noah tattoo that I have, my firstborn son, and I think that was my first face tattoo.
Nice.
I think it was my first, if not like my second face tattoo. So it's really changed my life, you know, because once you do that,
Yeah.
you know, you can't go back.
The moment when your wife got pregnant, like this, like was the change, right?
Yeah, that was definitely the change, and then.
Then the lamp, like.
Oh, the light bulb,
The light
yeah.
bulb, like-
That's to always stay creative and
Yeah,
always come up with new ideas.
Yeah.
When I get rich eventually, I'm gonna have everything fully covered, you know, little by little. But yeah, it's just everything for a reason, you know. Everything now. These tattoos. When I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror.
Yeah, right. It's a
It's
reminder.
motivating.
Yeah,
I
motivation.
have to put in the work. I don't have the option. I can never get a regular job.
No.
You know, I never want to, and I cannot let that ever happen. So I have to make sure that I handle my business. I take care of business, and I provide for my family. So that's another reason why I put the tattoos on my face, because it's a constant reminder. I can't slack. I can't sleep. I can't bullshit. I can't take time off
Right.
because my family depends on me. And
Time is
and,
money, huh?
Yeah, you know, like nobody's gonna provide for me. I have to provide. You know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, same like why I was doing like tattoos on my hands and stuff like
Yep.
this, because I said also like, you know what, fuck off. I take the risk because it's my life and I choose, and
Yep.
I don't want that anybody tells me what I have to do, and
Yep.
so that's why I choose my own road, you know, my own way, and that's why we also sit here today, you know. So,
Yep.
but it's also, was it hard for you, like to switch, like to another kind of business, to like a real business, like what are you doing now, from like the
Well,
bad
I
business?
sort of slowly got into it. So when I first got into it, I thought it was cool that I sold all my personal stuff. But when I actually started to source the inventory and try it as a business, it was hard in the beginning. I didn't make a lot of money, barely any. Like I couldn't stop making money in the streets and only do eBay. I wouldn't be able to buy food. I wouldn't be able to pay for food. Like I wouldn't be able to survive off $1,000 a month, which in the beginning that's what I was making. But I thought it was cool in the beginning. But I knew that there was levels. You know, once you can make 1,000, maybe you can make 2,000, maybe you can make 100 a
always
day,
possible.
3,000. So it's possible, but it started off very slow.
No.
But little by little, once I got to making $3,000 a month, I lowered my monthly living expenses. So I tried to not spend as much money as I was when I was making more money, right? I didn't have as much money anymore, so I had to stop the bull crap, you know, stop going out eating, stop
That's very
smoking
important.
weed, you know, stop bullshitting. I had to focus. So I had to cut my expenses, my living expenses. So that's how I did it. But still, I was never satisfied with, you know, 3,000 a month, 5,000 a month, because I was used to making a lot more than that, you know, cash. So,
Yeah, but
you know,
it's,
so I quit a couple times. I quit a couple times because it wasn't enough money for me to like live the lifestyle that I wanted. So a couple times I gave up reselling on eBay. My friends used to tell me all the time, one of my friends specifically, you guys probably know him, X, he used to tell me all the time to not give up on that business, that it was a good business.
very important. Very important.
But I was always I wanted to make the money. And yeah, finally now the last year I've been consistently doing this. And last year we made $150,000 in sales,
Nice.
which was kind of part-time.
Nice.
And yeah, this year our goal is 500,000. Full-time, I'm trying to make $500,000 in sales.
Nice.
See how it goes. It's not all profit. It sounds good. There's a lot of work involved, but
I mean, everything is possible, and everything will come to you that you reach this goal. And even if it's just 480,000, you know, it's close to. So at the
I
end,
won't be
it's important that you
satisfied,
have
but-
a goal, you know,
Yeah.
and that you believe in it, and that you also have how you said, like, you need people who surrounds you, who motivate you, and not people who tell you, bro, are you sure? This is so much, and just, when they give you like these negative vibes, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So, but
Almost-
these are kind of people you don't need. So then,
Yeah.
first of all, don't talk about your business when you have people who don't, support you, or just talk to the people when you know they support you. You know.
Yeah.
Have you also like kind of advices like for the people like who really start right now from the bottom and don't know if they keep going or like to quit, or have you something what you want to tell them?
What are your other options? What are your other options? You give up and do nothing, and you fail, and you just give up, and you be normal. I mean, you know, it can get very hard. It gets very discouraging when you're working hard every day and you feel like you're not seeing results. It can get very tough. You can second guess yourself. Is what you're doing the right thing to be doing, right? I did so much stuff though. I failed so many times. I think that's the best thing to do is fail. I love failing.
course,
I love failing.
It's the only way
Failing
you
made me
learn.
who I am.
Yes.
If I never failed so many times, I wouldn't be how I am and where I am right now. You know, it's all the experiences that led me to where I am today were those hard, rough, tough times that really made me who I am. Like, it sounds so like, you know, of course,
that's how
everyone
it
says
is.
that, but
Yeah, of course.
until you actually go through it, you don't really understand what that means. And, you know, failure is the best experience. You got to go out there and try it. Maybe you won't fail right away. Maybe you'll have immediate success. It happens. You know, if you really work hard and you know what you're doing and it's calculated and you think and you know, do your research, you can, you know, just become successful. You can do it.
Of course.
You know, not everyone needs to fail.
Yeah, right. But this is really what you say, like the fail, you know, and this will everybody tell you who's like in business and successful. Everybody failed, and 10,000 times. But important is not that you. I mean, important is what you have learned on these steps, you know, and that you take this and use this in a positive way for the next steps.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so this is the only thing, you know, and people who gave up like after like trying 2 or 3 times, then you don't believe in yourself. And
That's usually it.
You know?
That's usually the problem is that you don't believe in yourself enough. That's why people don't try. That's why people don't put in the work, because they're scared that they're not good enough, that they're gonna fail, that they're gonna be embarrassed from their family and their friends, and I tried something and I didn't finish and I failed. I did that, and I even up until recently I used to do that a lot. I used to always be scared of failing and what is someone gonna say, like, oh, he tried this, look, and he gave up, he failed. He's trying this and it sucks. He's not doing good, right? It's easy to sit back and judge other people, especially when you're not doing something, but when you're actually trying and putting in the work, if you're trying to do something different, if you're trying to build something big, not everyone's gonna have the same vision. Not everyone's gonna understand. A lot of people, I had to cut everybody off. All of my old friends, I still love everybody, but I don't talk to them because they weren't on the same mindset.
Yeah, right.
You know, they didn't see what I saw. So sometimes you gotta see past what everyone else sees or what everyone else is telling you, right? And you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta just do what you gotta do.
Nice. This was a very good message at the end. So you guys see that he came also from nothing, like a lot of other people too. And maybe you see this guy on the street and think like, oh, okay, man, he have tattoos, and I know how you are thinking. Maybe he can drive the nicest car, but the thing is, you have to see how they made it, you know, and not just see the outside and what you see and what you expect, like in a way from yourself, you know. So everybody was starting, and you can show with your story and the words, you know, you were, and the energy and everything you were putting in it, and every advices you also gave now for the people who are struggling right now, who are in the moment to not know, do I keep going or not, you know. I failed, and yeah, you have a negative vibe and you feel this negativity, but you said, bro, there's no other way. Keep going. That's it. And to get better, you know. So,
100%.
very nice. Yeah, this was a very nice interview, and it keeps me also always motivated to do more for you guys. Also here with interviews on YouTube with Mindfuck, to find more people who have more to tell and to motivate you and inspire you. So stay tuned for the next interviews. We are out. Bye.